Welcome back to the VTC course on Wireshark. In the previous videos, we had started with the protocol disassembly and the NTP protocol. In this video, we will continue with the HTTP protocol. HTTP is the most widely used protocol that supports the web and internet. HTTP uses the TCP protocol to transmit data exclusively. In a default configuration, HTTP would use port 80. I say default because some of the ports used can be changed, especially for HTTP traffic. In some cases, maybe port 81 would be used instead. This is of course depending on the host configuration and system administrator. Each object fetched from a web server, a web page, image, or audio file is transmitted via an individual HTTP session. When a HTTP session is established, a client establishes a regular TCP connection on port 80 and sends a packet with the SYN flag set. Remember, the SYN stands for synchronization, so this initial SYN flag indicates that the client is wanting to initiate communication and data transfer. A packet is then returned from the web server with an ACK flag added to the SYN flag. The ACK is then acknowledging that communication can begin and that the web server is available. Finally, the client sends a new packet with the ACK flag set and then sends another packet requesting the specific HTTP object. So this would be the media, or image, or audio file. Here is an example of a client's request to a HTTP server. These lines tell the web server that the client supports compression of the requested object. It also accepts pages in English, and that the web server doesn't have to disconnect upon completion of the object request. The web server sends back the following information to the client. The web server responds in HTTP 1.1 with status code 200 OK. This indicates to the browser that the object was successful and fetched from the web server. Other codes are 403, which is forbidden. Usually the server does not have permission to send the object to the client. And 404, which means that the server cannot find the object which the client had requested. The following lines allow the client to cache content efficiently. It tells the client what time the server thinks it is and when the content was last modified. The server also identifies its product or web server, which is in this case Apache and the version 2.20, although this can be changed by the server administrator. The following lines provide us further indications from the web server. If needed to restart the data transfer, the server tells the client in what form it can request portions of a file. In this case, the server accepts bytes. The server then tells the client to close the connection after the data transfer is finished. The actual HTTP data follows, beginning with the line content type. In the next video, we will continue with the SMTP protocol.